Well, hello. It's Wednesday where we are. We had a busy old weekend. So the podcast wasn't on Monday because I was away down to KNT Sports.
And I forgot and turned up.
Did you? No way. Oh, brilliant.
And do you know, I noticed I was scrolling on it. The traffic's fucking mega bad outside. And I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen your story. And you were at a train station and I went,
he's in London.
Ah, fuck this. I was like, he's in London. Only time you go away.
I knew you were here as well because if you are running late, if there's lights that, you will always phone and let me know.
Aye.
But I was in a podcast recording, I just seen him phoning, or seen you phoning. I was like, I know exactly what's happened here. Because I knew there was lights and I knew that you'd
be phoning to say I'm going to be late, or I'm worried I'm late. I know, because I didn't care about being late for anything. I couldn't give a single fuck. But see this, I'm always like,
it's enjoyable.
Aye, but it's kind of the only thing I like then. So the highlight of my week, I like it on a Monday because it sets me off good, but I also like it in the middle of the week because see if your week spikes and then it starts to fall a wee bit, at least I've got this to be like, can come in and get a bit of fucking chat.
Did do it on Wednesday, didn't we?
I think we did.
I think we went Wednesday, Tuesday.
I think we did. Did we do a Friday before? No, way back at the start. Back before you, Craig, you were just a laddie.
Aye, I think we did. And then all the stuff was like a week old by the time we were putting
I know. We were
Craig came and went, hey, we need to stop this. We'll put it on a Monday. We'll like,
you came here on like work experience, right? At this, was that right?
Yeah.
Did you
just showed up?
Aye. I said that in my interview tips video. You see my interview tips video? Just turn up.
Aye.
You'll be all right. It works. People need people.
Time, free time.
Aye, mate.
You never know. I told my daughter the exact same thing. But if you're enjoying the podcast, like, subscribe, share, comment, go to Spotify, give it a 5-star comment, and the guys will get in contact with you.
I just found out you can play Spotify through your Alexa. Did you know this? Aye. Of course you knew this. Of course, I just found this out.
What were you using your Alexa for? What were you listening to music through it?
I was using Amazon.
Ah, right, because you get a free subscription if you've got Amazon Prime.
No, aye. But then my missus decided to cancel Amazon Prime, I think, to just piss me off. And I was like, what is this Alexa for? I can't do anything with this Alexa. It's just a fucking timer for the oven now.
Just for shouting at her.
Yeah.
Aye. And just like telling me that certain historical events didn't actually happen. But
you have arguments with Alexa?
Aye, because it's
wrong.
You
must love getting
wrong.
Like getting into scraps with AI.
It's for sure. But aye, Spotify 5-star. Spotify's the one, eh?
Aye, I think that's where
video on Spotify's cool.
Aye, but like that obviously takes a bit of work to upload as well, rather than just an audio file. So we got all the cameras, so we might as well watch it.
Patreon is $4.99 now. That's it, flat everything. No tier system. $4.99, breakdown videos, 4 bonus episodes, vlogs, behind the scenes videos, exclusive giveaways, early access to live show tickets, and you can submit questions through the Discord.
That's the housekeeping done, isn't
That's it. What have you been up to?
One more housekeeping.
Oh, sorry.
I need to apologise. Sean Clancy was meant to be here. He has prior engagements.
He's away on his honeymoon.
He's away on his honeymoon. I completely forgot.
Aye. Obviously, that's something.
And the most Sean Clancy reason for missing an appointment ever. He forgot he had a life event on.
Did you see the picture of him? So Lee had gave him 3 days off.
Oh, how kind.
Aye. So obviously I think the news is out there.
It's out.
Contender series. We've known for a few months now that's where he's going. It's around April 19th, something like that, isn't it?
No, August the 25th. It's my daughter's birthday, so I'm not going, obviously.
So he's in camp for that.
April. It's fucking April now, is it no?
It's July now.
Brain damage. So he's obviously in camp for that. So the nutritionist Lee from Boxing Science has said, listen, I'll give you 3 days off. And then there's just this picture of him at his wedding with the shirt undone, the kilt on, you just get plates of food in front of him just tearing into it. But yeah, you need these sort of...
I never went to his... I was invited. And I just...
Did you forget?
Aye.
I was the same.
And I went to my...
terrible.
I saw a picture on my story and as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, Ross, you're the worst cunt.
It was Kieran Reid had called me and he's like, all right, mate. So, and I was like, aye, what's happening? And I thought I was getting an invite for some pizza. And he's like, what time are you heading into the wedding? And I was like, oh, when is it? And he's like, today. And I was like, oh. I was like, I'll get back to you because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I just had loads of stuff planned because that was a Saturday and I was going down to London on the Sunday for filming on the Monday and then come back up the road yesterday.
It's life gets in the way, but congratulations to Sean and his new wife.
And new endeavours in mixed martial arts.
And we've known for a bit, obviously.
Dana White's Contender Series is huge.
Great for him.
He's got an opponent.
We spoke about it last week.
Did you?
Right. Was that brain damage again?
I know. It's the cycling. Cycling doesn't help.
Tiredness and cycling, and obviously with TNT, you've got to do a bit of prep now. Can he just roll in here? You've got to...
Well, he did roll in here.
He did indeed. Cycled in.
Cycled. It takes me like 25 minutes to get here. How long does it take you to get here in a car?
About 20 minutes.
About 20, 25 minutes?
Yeah, I'm about 40.
Aye, so I had cycled obviously up to 𝗟𝗘𝗏 and then came from 𝗟𝗏𝗏 all the way down to Wishaw. But it was fun. I do enjoy the cycling, but knowing it's like 3 hours.
The weather's good.
Smithy and his mates took me out on Saturday.
And they
Saturday
are
morning.
Kieran Smith, who we had in the open mat last week. These are...
He's that guy steals souls. There was 4 days out and I was to meet him up in Blackridge and he's like...
All right, it's not far from me, aye.
But it's the last time I met him up in Blackridge...
You got the train.
I got the train and I'm phoning him like, where are you? And he's like, I'm just on my way down. And I said, whereabouts are you? And he's like, I'm at Plains. And I was like, and he's like, I've no past you. And I said, aye. That's because I get the train up. So he was not fucking best pleased with that. He's like, I'll meet you at Blackridge in the morning, 8:15, do not get the train. And I was like...
Actually specified.
I do not get the train. I was like, cool. Cycled all the way up. And then from there, we cycled all the way up to Forth Road Bridge, crossed at Forth Road, went down the coast, crossed at Kincardine, down through Cumbernauld and all that kind of stuff to get back to Airdrie. It was Falkirk, down Falkirk and that way, which was a meaty ride. And there was a hill. I think he called it the ski slope, the hill. So anyway, I start cycling up this hill and I'm dropping the gears, flag, like going all the way down them. And then like the insides of my quads just cramp up. And I'm like, I'm nearly at the top. And I get to the top and they're waiting on me. And then they're like, right, let's go. And my legs just didn't get a chance to recover.
So they've had a wee...
So they're still sore. But it was a great ride. And the boys here out with can pull some power.
Are these
cyclists?
Cycling guys? Aye.
One of the guys, you've probably seen him on TikTok. He does the cycling with his daughter in the front carriage.
Oh, and they...
Mountain biking.
Put the microphone on her. And she talks and stuff like that. Like, wow, look at that. Aye, I've seen that type of stuff.
That's what this guy does. And,
mate, that's quality.
The other guy obviously competes, not obvious, but he competes in like cycling events where they do like laps and they're all trying to beat each other, which is cool. But I'm getting very, very close to the old Iron Man. He's creeping up.
How long?
What I say, it's like 2 weeks away because next week's the McGregor card and then the week after that I'm in it.
Are you going to go and watch old C-Mac?
I'm invited out, but I don't think I can go. I would love to go.
Aye.
And I'm going to have the same issue with Sean Clancy's as well.
Oh.
And Sean Clancy goes for his fight. It's the same week as the Backyard Ultra.
So it's the same... You'd have the Backyard Ultra, then Sean's fight?
If it was that way, I'd definitely go, but he's a Tuesday. Backyard Ultra's a Saturday. So I need to do that and then fly straight back and then get...
Aye. Because because there's going to be a substantial recovery time in the Backyard Ultra.
Yep.
Like, you're not going to go home for the Backyard Ultra, go to your bed and wake up tomorrow and it be a normal day.
No,
you're going to be ill.
It's going to be a world of hurt.
Aye, you're going to be unwell.
So we'll get the Iron Man in is that 3 weeks away? Because we've not got any UFC this weekend. The weekend after that's the 14th, which is a McGregor card. And then the weekend after that is the Iron Man.
Yes.
So 3 weeks away.
Busy.
But
do you get any sort of practice doing the swimming into the cycling into the running?
Oh, what a great question.
It's called block training or brick training, where you do, but you don't do massive. So when you do like the full thing, I would maybe do the cycle and then finish with a couple of K ride, which I have done, but I've never done the transition from the water to the cycling. But I've done the cycling to the run.
Aye, time can be lost there, eh?
Aye, we're going to find out.
Even like just like for your time, like
Body.
your body, be like, what the fuck's happening here? We only do one of these at a time.
Aye. Your body must go into a bit of a sort of like, is this, because it doesn't know you're having a it's like, I suppose it's like when you fight, your body doesn't know that this is in a controlled environment and there's a referee. Like your body
Just
must
goes
think
into
this is to the
fight.
death. Like, all right, this cunt's trying to kill us, we better kill him first, because we can't, you didn't seem to be taking the runaway option, so we're obviously engaging. Aye.
It was,
cool.
I'm looking forward to it. Worst thing that can happen is I die. That's the worst thing that can happen.
I mean,
Because I'm definitely finishing it.
the way my life's gone the weekend, that might not be. No, I'm joking. I joke.
Blame yourself.
Aye.
But I'm there or thereabouts. I'm feeling fitter. I'm hitting these big numbers on the cycle. I'm swimming like 4:3 4K. So all the numbers are hitting.
Did you feel going out with Kieran and that was a needed thing to just be like, to be honest with yourself?
The guys can cycle, and they were giving me some tips because I'm fresh.
Well, you're also finding it out. You're finding it on the job, and you kind of did that with the UFC. Like you said, I'm not saying anything.
No, you're absolutely right. I was trying to hone my skills.
You were learning on the job. You've said that before, and you kind of did that with maybe the first marathon, and I felt like you were annoyed at yourself with the first marathon because you were like, I should have had a far better time than this. Yep. Went out, did the second one, smashed it, but obviously Kieran Smith, you're like, this guy is.
He's an absolute.
He knows, but not only that, he knows what's happening with these endurance events. So now you're going out training with him and finding it hard again, almost being like the new guy.
Yep.
Whereas it probably towards the end of your UFC career, you were still subbing it. Like, and I don't doubt now you jump in that gym in the gi or any jiu-jitsu, you'll still triangle the life out of everybody in there. But is it good again being the sort of new guy? No, the new guy, but the less experienced guy.
It is because I'm learning. Everything's new to me. Like I've never experienced cramping both thighs. Like never. So I'm like, I would love to have stopped. But when you've got three other guys there, you need to keep going. So it's just a case of
because you're out together.
Suck it up, buttercup. And I had to just keep cycling. But we were nearly finished, and I was excited that I was nearly finished. And then I could see like the signs for 𝗟𝗘𝗥'𝗚. And I'm like, yes. And it was still like an hour away. And I was like, bastard.
An hour away.
Which is roughly about 35k away. So the signs don't help.
It's the years of driving that fuck you as well.
I think it's literally just down the road.
I mind it when we done it thinking like, how far is that? That's just 5 minutes in the car. And you're like, oh, cycling along in pain, greeting. But aye.
There's quite a few people messaging me and showing me support.
It's a big community, eh?
Asking me questions and like advice about how can I get faster? How much gels can I use? And I'll help as many people as I possibly can.
Aye.
With regards to it.
It's I think there's like a cycling club in Livingston where I stay. And I've only, since I don't work on Saturday nights anymore, and I've started going out at like normal times of the morning on a Saturday and Sunday. And I've seen these group, like, call that a peloton, Craig. See, I've been doing some homework.
So quite a lot of cycling running groups turn into
dweebs.
No. It's just an excuse for people to start pumping.
Shagging clubs, eh? It's shagging clubs. Like, let's stop the running club. They're all shagging in the running club, eh?
Yep.
Anytime I've walked past, it is somebody who worked in bars and nightclubs for a long time. When everyone's dancing, and it's one guy dancing with one girl, I see the same in the running club.
You find your wee pal.
I see a guy running down the road with a lassie.
Got to lay the
What's going on there? Hang on, I thought we ran as a group, not individual sets of two. So if your fucking missus is out going to a running club, buddy, she's getting stretched out. Sorry to tell you. I'm not in a running club. And
on the flip side as well, if your man's gone, he's going to do a bit.
Boys will be boys. We'll let that one go.
Right, what's been happening? What else has been happening, Craig?
Oh yeah, how was London?
London was good. Went and seen Hercules, the musical show.
Lovely.
Brilliant. The movie itself's fun. Like a Disney movie.
With the Rock one. Is that the one you mean?
No, Hercules is the one with You're talking about the live action one, but Disney's the cartoon one.
Oh, aye, like had the PlayStation game in that.
You did,
aye. You'll not remember, Craig.
So I was cycling over to the gym today, and one of the great things that I had in the back of my head, if I'm involved in a non-fault accident, there's only one place I'm going to go. So if somebody hits me as a cyclist or a pedestrian, there's only one place I'm going to go, and it's G4 claims. Why would I go there, Ross?
Because you get 100% of your claim.
Anything else?
You get a courtesy car for the full duration of your claim, and the last season office do everything for you. You don't have to do anything. You pass it to them. They deal with it. Next thing you know, courtesy car's in the driveway, and before you know it, money's in your pot.
100% of my claim. Do not bother going to your insurance company. It's a waste of time. They will make sure they just give you the bare minimum. What you want to do is you want to have trusted, reliable people who have been in the industry for a long time and get the full benefit of them by phoning up G4 claims. And the number is 01698 767 172. Where else can we get them, Ross?
You can get them at notatfaultclaim.com. You can WhatsApp them. You send them voice notes. You can come in the door, and if you refer a friend, which I think is the best thing about G4 claims, you get £50 cash in your hand.
Not at fault claim. Go to G4 claims and get 100% of your claims. So the musical itself.
You like a wee musical, eh?
I do, and it only took me I was a grown man to realise this. Now here's the muse. See, like in the cartoon, there's like they're sort of narrators for the whole event, and they sing and they have these amazing costume changes in the show. And I was like so happy to watch this. And there's only one thing that I'm going to. What kind of shocked me, not in a negative way, because it was fucking tremendous. The shape he was in. Hercules had an afro. But he was fucking yoked, man. And he was tremendous at singing. And he was the right person for the job. But it kind of was like, oh.
An afro?
Yes.
Unusual.
It was, but he was fucking tremendous. You might go and see if you can pull him up. The gentleman that played it, I don't even know his name. But he was tremendous. He's the very first guy.
Bradley Gibson.
And then I like going on to this because
North Carolina.
So you can see what films he's been in. Like, I don't know what Fire Island is. He's part of Hulu. He's been in some TV stuff.
Oh, he was on Power.
The one
with 50 Cent in that. Who's the other guy?
Like, look at the shape of the guy.
Aye.
He was a great Hercules. Singing, dancing.
You can't be fat Hercules.
Nah.
You can't be a fat Hercules. That looks the part.
He was brilliant, man. Like, I sound like I'm coming on to the guy, but you want to have seen the legs on the guy. Like, ripped to death. And he was wearing these wee, like, so see his wee toga? It was like riding right up. And I was like, yeah, get yourself some thigh, big man.
Let the dick hang out a bit as well.
Had to fucking tape that hanging to the side of his leg. But brilliant. Daughter loved it. Just had a really good time there.
Are you going down with the family and everything?
Because I was going down and I was like, right, the schools are off. I might as well see if they want to be. Was he in Lion King as well? Brilliant.
Was your wife getting a bit uncomfortable when you're watching this guy dance about? You know, talking about his thighs and his toga.
I think I was getting a bit uncomfortable. Like, oh
dear.
Hey, good looking guy's a good looking guy.
True.
And the girl that was in it as well she was pretty sexy as well. She was playing, like, all the muses were brilliant. So see, like a Cleo, but the girl who was actually playing Meg, was it Maya and Jorlin?
Me and Jorolin.
Swiss lassie.
Brilliant as well. What's she been in?
It's a big world, the musical world. It's a big...
See the fact that these people can act as well as dance, as well as sing, all in...
And then they might have a couple of shows a day.
Huh?
They might have to go out and do that a couple of times a day for periods of time. That's fucking graft.
It's impressive.
That is a real hustle, eh?
So the guy that played Hercules, because he's got quite a lot to do. Like, obviously they build the show up around him. Man, he was putting in some amount of work. And see, after they done like the final, like before the intermission, they do like a big musical on
a bit of a crescendo.
Aye, he put in some work. The guy who plays Hades was brilliant as well. This guy, but he looks
the Hades.
He put in some work and was sweating like fuck. Had to bring out a mop as well.
You offer to wipe him down?
Oh, I'll get you, big man. I'll oil you up. And my daughter's like, Jinky's wearing like one of these prosthetic suits, and I was like, not a chance. I was like, he is ripped to death.
Aye, it's quite an impressive skill. These people who are in musicals, like to go out and have to just because. At some point, it does become a job where you're like, fuck, I've got to go out there today. And still, anytime I've ever been to anything like this, I always come away and go, that was fucking good, by the way. That is a hard shift. Fair play to these people. And it doesn't seem like there's any mega reward. Like, not a lot of these people seem to be very famous. But I don't know if this is you start here.
This is the pinnacle. Like, Hercules is one of the, like, that's in not the Delphi Theatre.
But is that within the art world?
Well, I get what you mean. Like, they're not on the same level as like a singer or a movie star in terms of fame.
Correct. But
maybe within that world.
But it seems as though the effort is substantially more.
But then I guess it's doing something you love.
Aye.
And just working hard and then getting a role. So say somebody does see this Hercules guy in the Lion King, they're like, he's really good. We should get him in Hercules.
Aye. But then,
he's very good at singing, dancing.
But what I mean is like, so the progression for like Sean Clancy, so he goes through Cage Warriors, he wins the title at Cage Warriors, he goes to the Contender, he wins on the Contender, he gets a contract for the UFC, and then he goes through the UFC.
I would say this is their UFC.
Aye. So, but they're not doing this and then going and he's going to be the next James Bond.
I mean, there isn't always an opportunity, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not their goal, is it? Their goal is to be the big guy in the theatre world.
Yep.
The theatre world is the world to them. It's not.
So that's the UFC.
Yes.
Regional stuff, like where you're doing your local area, maybe you work your way up from, if you stay in Airdrie, you would do a wee show in Airdrie, and then you go for Airdrie to go into Glasgow, then working your way to like places like Kings, and then from there going to places like London.
Not trying to go on and be like fucking a big name act. Aye, this is the gold medal, eh? So fair play.
Brilliant.
It's a shift.
Yep. And then I did the work on Monday.
Who he's gone over? Paddy BSD?
No, that was...
Oh, you've done that one already.
So that was two different shows. So the first show I did was a few weeks ago was the breakdown, where I'll break down what these fighters are doing. And obviously people were commenting like, Paul Craig breaking down fights, breaking down striking. Like, I can still see this stuff. Like, my eyes don't not work. And then this was a panel show where we would sit down, and in the format of, they'll come up with like so one of the topics were, is the UFC a niche sport? And then from that, we then talk amongst ourselves. So the people that were involved in it were, I'll get the names up, and Craig can pull some of them up, if you don't mind, Craig. So I was out on Saturday with Kieran Smith and the boys, and we done a big 110 kilometre cycle, and their legs were absolutely shot. And I still had to go out the next day and run a half marathon. So I need to have something that will make me recover a lot quicker. And the only thing I've been using, and using it religiously after hard sessions, is the leg compression boots from Anaconda. Increase circulation, increase blood flow to the area, and not only that, they make you feel good when you're wearing them. They pulse, as well as compressing the legs to try and blow out all this junk that's been built up for them for the cycle. So if I'm needing a quick recovery, I'm going to fire on the boots.
I was the most sceptical of these. I remember when you loaned me your pair, I was like, how can something that just pushes on your leg a bit make you feel better? I'm telling you, I tried them. I wish I had been using them for years. It is far more to it than just a matter of, it gives your leg a wee squeeze, lets it out, gives your leg a wee squeeze. This is proper compression, moving your leg, moving the blood through, moving the lactic acid out. And you can get them at anacondaperformance.com.
I seen Pete Carroll put up a picture.
Legend.
Jack Shore was there as well. Was he a part of it, or was he doing something different?
Jack Shore did the one after me because they're trying to.
I like Pete's take on the Eddie Hearn, Tom Aspinall.
What did he say?
He went, I'm not saying Eddie Hearn's doing a terrible job, but... And then he went on to talk about like Tom is one of the only athletes signed by Champion. They've only got like him and one other. And just talked about like how Tom was already he was the heavyweight champ. He already had these sponsorship deals. Like, what's Eddie Hearn really done? And then caused bother.
I mean,
I suppose you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
We can talk about that if you want. That's pretty much what we spoke about.
Oh, was it?
Do you want to see this? So one of the guys was Andy Shepherd. Andy Shepherd, he used to be the Bama guy. He used to be the Bama commentator, and now he does the WWE stuff.
Boy with the hair? Long hair?
No. You'll know him when you see him. Good looking guy. Very good at presenting. Do you know him? He does the NXT stuff.
I do know this guy.
So for a long time he worked for Bama, and then when Bama sort of came to the end,
he's got a bare knuckle. Here, a BKFC on the right there.
I think he just does the.
Or he's just in the sport.
So he's in this world anyway.
Yes.
Great guy. There was Nick Pete, who we all know from TNT Sports. He is like a huge journalist in the boxing world as well as mixed martial arts. Mm-hmm. He was telling me he was at the Freedom Card, and he was with the crowd. He was in with the crowd, and I was asking him, I said to him, like, was it just Trump supporters? And he was like, no, it was a whole mixed bag.
Good.
And I was like, because I could only see that, like, me watching this, I was like, this is just going to be like a parade for Trump. And he's like, it wasn't. He was like, it was a real mix of people there. And they were all just supporting America as opposed to supporting Donald Trump. And it just happened to be on his birthday. So he said he had an amazing time. Pete Carroll, who is...
Was he on the panel too?
He was on the panel as well. He is a great guy.
Yes.
He told me he'd got like a motorbike. So he'd flew over from Ireland and the motorbike had picked him up. So he's on the back of it and he says... Brilliant. So it's like
it's London, the fucking traffic's atrocious.
So the guy rides a motorbike and you've got like a big seat and he says he's just flying through there, like flying through all the traffic. And he says, he's like, Paul, the next time you come down, you need to get a shot at it. I was like, next time I come down, I'm going to fly and I'm going to...
He's the boy, man.
He's very, very good. And even his MMA, like...
Loves Irish history too.
Right, he's been in for the start. He was one of the guys who gave me a push when I first started.
I remember him coming over.
Doing
went to the axe throwing.
That's right. But even before that, he's been involved for a long, long time. And then there was Marlon Cohen. Cohen. Like Coenen. She was a champion. How would you say her name, Craig? She's Dutch.
Rumina is her nickname.
How would you say her second name? What are you saying?
I think it would just be Conan.
I would go with Conan, but she might have a bit of a...
But no, she was brilliant. She did drop a couple of cuss words, which was brilliant.
Fuck Carroll, cyborg.
She was
fucking hell
a beast. She was a champion. She was one of the best.
Misha Tate.
One of the best European females to ever do the sport. She's still got the looks as well, man.
Dutch, mate.
Aye,
Dutch women, they look good.
Yep. She's definitely podcast.
Yes. She's a leather podcast.
All right, so
Instagram creep of approval.
But like as an athlete, absolutely tremendous what she did in the sport. But she was also as a presenter and journalist, she was brilliant. She does all the coverage over there as well for the UFC. So it was a cool wee panel, and then we sort of sat down and broke down some of these stuffs. And one of the things was about Eddie Hearn, and for me, what I said was, because the question is Eddie Hearn a good thing for mixed martial arts? And I said I don't think he is.
I agree.
I say it's an expensive game of chess. These two guys are playing and they're using different fighters. Obviously Dana White's picking up a few boxers. Eddie Hearn's picking up a few MMA fighters, and he's just recently signed Ian Gary. So possibly by next August, August, isn't it? That card is the
Ian Gary
versus Islam. He could have potentially 2 champions in the divisions. So there's very strong pieces to move in this sort of battle between him and Dana White.
And I think the saddest part to remember here is that is what they are. Mm-hmm. They are.
I hope
the guys are being used for financial manoeuvring as opposed to Eddie Hearn's on the phone going, I can make your life better, and maybe you can, but it's exactly that. It's men's livelihoods being used to manoeuvre.
So Eddie done an interview.
He's done loads of interviews. He's not done shutting up.
Aye. In terms of Ian Gary, he's basically said, I've got nothing to do with his fight negotiations. He says, he's got a team for that, and we're not part of it. We're just like brand deals and stuff like that.
But there will be a point where he'll be brought in. When they need to negotiate contracts, who else are you going to bring in other than Eddie Hearn to have that sort of battle? And what I don't want to have happen is he goes to this, and even for Tom, he goes to these talks with Dana White, Hunter, all the kind of people, and he kind of prices himself out the market, and we end up losing 2 great fighters in the sport of mixed martial arts. Because, right, if they can't come to an arrangement, if they can't come to an agreement, then these guys walk away from the sport because they'll make so much money in boxing, and Eddie Hearns will make sure they get the money.
And Dana White is stubborn enough to go, nope.
And then we lose another heavyweight. And then if we look at the heavyweight, when was the last time that belt was actually fought over and contested by the actual champion? Was it Ngannou? Before he dropped it, John Jones comes, drops it, and then now we've got Cyril Gane, who's got the interim, and we're waiting on Tom. So it's like it's messed up.
It's been such a logjam. It's not been a good.
I'm just meaning like for the lineage of that belt, the heavyweight division in boxing, mixed martial arts,
supposed to carry the sport.
Aye, and what we've got now is we've got guys dropping the belt, guys picking up the belt, guys messing about, and it's a weird situation we're in at the moment.
It is, and I think a lot of it has been brought on by some people's egos rather than what it should. Like, when we saw Jamahal Hill give up his, when we saw 𝗟𝗘 Prochazka give up his injuries or suspensions, whatever you want to say, but some of these guys were injured and they just went, look, I can't compete for quite a while, and I personally feel it would be wrong of me to hold this up, so I'm just going to let the next 2 guys below me contest it, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to come back. I think everybody can understand that, but when we've had the sort of, well, John Jones, I'm going up to heavyweight now, so you're all going to wait on me, and Cyril and Tom, it's all very messy, and it's been a bad look. If the UFC's bothered about their look to the fans, and again, where you're saying it a niche sport, right? So say it is a niche sport, that means all your fans are cult fans. You're really letting the guys out. Like you, Craig, you are very keen on it being, I don't care who the fans think it should be, it's the next guy. People like you are being terribly let down by that, by the system that we've got in place now, where it's just like, fuck it.
But the system now is hopefully updated now with this AI junk. Have you got these in your notes, Craig? No.
Well, we can look at it.
Excuse me.
So we can still flick between the 2 of them. So this is the media panel.
But then at what point does this just become
like you don't do the media ones anymore?
We don't just do the media ones.
I don't think it'll be long because I think it is kind of pointless.
Phasing out.
Aye, I think that's.
But then at what point when have these ever actually mattered? When has the rankings actually mattered in the UFC? Because not. As long as Dana White is at the helm, he's just going to be like, right, I want this guy to fight this guy. Prime example, we had Jan Blachowicz versus 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗄, wasn't it? Yep. After the fight, he came out and went, none of the 2 of the guys are fighting again for the title. I'm going to give it to, boring. Was it Jamahal Hill versus
𝗟𝗘?
It was Jamahal and
Glover. It was, wasn't it? And that was the title fight. He just decided not.
Which, by the way, as a fight,
it's brilliant.
As a fight was good, but there is no way it should have been. Glover had that fight there for the taking and fucked it up in the 5th round. Do you remember? 𝗟𝗘 beat him in the 5th round. They were like,
you're talking about Glover. You're talking about Glover 𝗟𝗘. You're talking about Glover
Hill. But it was a good fight, and I think Hill was maybe like number 5, wasn't he? It wasn't like he was in the He wasn't the number 1 or 2.
I was just the next guy down that wasn't booked high.
But we've seen that before with Sean Strickland as well. When he took the title off Adesanya, I think he was number 8 at the time.
Go to the light heavyweight for me. The old ones, please. So one of the fights we've got the number.
Alonso's 15.
It's changing here. I can't see it. So we've got, where the hell? Jan Blachowicz, number 4. Mm-hmm. And he is fighting against 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗛𝗏, who's number 10. A good jump up and skill for him. So this is like a test for him, isn't it? To get into that top 5. Go and switch back to the actual. Oh no, where is he? Where is Jan? Jan's number 15. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏's number 10. That's a good opportunity for Jan to get back in the top 10. Listen, this has happened. Just with a switch of a couple of AI things. We went for
number 5 to 15.
Right. Guskov getting an opportunity to get into the top 5.
Now it's Jan getting the opportunity.
It's Jan getting the opportunity to break into the top 10. Weird, isn't it? And
it's a bit silly.
And we'll have this sort of stuff happening. And the same, I think.
One of them's going to have to, you can't keep the 2. Because that's too silly.
Aye, so this is where
I'm sure there's like some other big changes as well. Like
there's been a few champs kicked out.
Nathaniel Wood is ranked now,
that's great.
Which is a good thing.
That's a great thing.
I'm sure Yair's been taken out the rankings, which I would say is also good because he's not been active.
Weird is the guys
a lot of own goals now by the UFC. A lot of.
I'm trying to think. He should be fighting for the middle lightweight title. Let me see. Go and scroll up a wee bit. Evloev, is he still in there? Hanging?
He's number 1 still.
In the media rankings?
No, these are the AI ones as well. He's number 1 in both.
Is he?
Aye.
Right.
So you got an issue with that?
No. There was another guy I was thinking as well. He's currently doing all the rest. Armin, where's Armin? Has he been?
Armin's number lightweight, and he's number 2 in both of them.
Because I've not seen him. No, so surely body of work and time under.
I see he's doing a lot of those wrestling things though, and
but they don't count to this.
No, neither they should. So
there's obviously been people who have been hard done by. There's people who have got a good bump in Nathaniel Woods, but there's guys like. When was the last time Armin fought?
It would have been November when he beat Dan Hooker.
So it's obviously not a year, but it's still been a fair bit of time out. I mean, it's not as bad as Yari Rodriguez. Yair. Glad you're here, Craig. Just need you in my ear. Probably said his name wrong. So see when it comes to my presenting, I'll just say the big guy with the beard and the hair.
The wee fella.
The Mexican. That's black guy, white guy. You do that one. Try not to.
No, I'll try not to. I'll be like the guy with the year-round tan and the guy with no tan. But there was all these topics we were talking about. It was good having all these different points of view that we are currently.
I'm not a fan of the AI rankings.
No, where did Leroy Duncan go up? He's number 12 in this.
He's number 12.
Where did he go in the?
And then in the media, he is
number 13.
So he's went up.
Just one space.
Yeah, but there still is, and of course especially with the likes of the heavyweight and the light heavyweight division, you do get anomalies happen in these fights sometimes, and you will get guys win a fight and they maybe didn't look good. You'll also get guys lose a fight and you'll be like, hang on a second, that if we think about Cap last weekend, one's against the run of play, but according to the AI rankings, he'll fly up when you're really like, well, he's kind of just nicked that there and he shouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? There's obviously the nuances added to the media rankings, which is important. I know you're going to say it.
They're also in the meta. The meta rankings are giving you how you're finishing them. So you're getting more credit if you finish them quick, if you knock them out, if you sub them. So you're giving you more points for that rather than taking them the decision, which I think is good.
Because you could argue that that's maybe more impressive. Like you've been getting battered for 2 rounds and then
and came back and
knocked
won.
out. So I suppose there's two sides to that.
You know what? I think the old routine, the old way was shit.
Like, should Paul not have gotten credit for beating Ankalaev?
Or Kennedy and Chechu.
Kennedy and Ankalaev's a different fight though.
But they still panelled me for 2 rounds for me to come back and win in the dying seconds.
Like, you can't turn around and be like, right, Magomed, you won 14 minutes of that fight. And then you can have a bump in the rankings.
So the way I'll explain this, if somebody says, "Oh, Paul, you're lucky because you got that last second submission," well, was McGregor lucky because he get that first round, that first couple of seconds knockout, or is the Masvidal lucky because he get that flying knee? Because these sort of change the dynamics of a fight. It doesn't matter if you get it the first second or the last second.
Yep.
What matters is,
and I also think, and I've said this before, the first exchange and the last exchange, I believe, are the two most crucial because it's where you're most likely to fuck up. So your first exchange, you haven't had that first contact yet, which you hear this for guys a lot of time. The first couple of punches get thrown and then I'm like, right, okay, we're in a fight here. Mm-hmm. But also the last exchange of a fight, it's the old fucking samurai thing. When the battle is over, tighten the helmet straps. Guys think they've won the fight and then they fuck it at the end. Mm-hmm. Like, we have seen a lot of that. So really those are lacks of discipline.
So you think we're all in for the AI?
I
think it's going to make
iron out the kinks.
I think we've not got a choice.
Well, that's true. That's a good point.
The guys were also saying that they can actually just take somebody and skew the data themselves. So say, for instance, we're not happy with Brandon Royval's performance. They can exclude him for these rankings.
All right.
The AI, they can just say, nah. So there is human interference as well.
In, like, dock him a couple of points.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's docking.
In your algorithm.
I think they can change the algorithm to kind of
penalise him a bit.
Aye. So I'm using that as an example.
We've only got till next year till Skynet goes live. Remember, it was 2027.
Right, you want to get into last week's fights? You happy with that, Craig? Is there any areas you want to go?
No.
Right, file them up, Ben. Did you enjoy the card?
It's funny that cheating's okay now.
Cheating's okay?
Seems to be. Pull Cunt's hair, kick them in the nads, whatever you want.
Right. But who was biting?
Guy in the prelims, do you see it?
Better boy.
No way.
You can't, it's hard to tell here, but he's fucking noshing on his ear.
Is he?
Aye.
Is he a Russian? Just because his beard.
What made you think that?
Just his beard.
Right.
It was his beard and his haircut. He's went to the standard Russian barber beard.
Aye.
Right, where is he?
He's Azerbaijani.
Ichi peachy, man. He's banging on the same way. Did he, what happened to him? Did he get his piece kicked?
No, he won.
What?
Went unnoticed.
You can see the marks too.
I hope he gets cut.
This has happened before.
That's right, that guy. Tough.
Well, it not happened actually.
It happened in the UFC as well. Back of the guy's arm, didn't he?
Aye, bit him on the bicep.
Inside the
And he got a tattoo out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
He ended up getting like a wad of cash for the old Dana White.
It's the one that were no DNA. Like,
no, you
come on, we're
especially when you got a gum shield in.
Aye.
Do you think that's a worse foul? You can't accidentally bite somebody, can you?
I think it's the most obvious foul.
Like an eye poke, but I get
it's sore.
Yeah, but I get it. Like, you put your hands up, it's a natural reaction. We don't do this.
No.
My head. Hands.
I can't see.
But like to actually, you have to actively bite somebody.
And usually it's cunts are on the top and they bite them. I think every time we've seen it now, it's been the guy on the top has leaned in and bit the cunt.
What about a header? Because I get headed in.
I've done it too. He done people.
But this was on the bottom, wasn't it?
Against Muniz.
Aye. And he just headers me.
So I struggle with this one because I think if you post up and you go to drop your head in.
I don't think his was a drop. I think his was just...
No, his was like a full on, like, I don't think you should be allowed to like roll your head back and nut it in. But I do think like putting your hand on the inside of somebody's arms and dropping your head in, I think that's okay.
A header.
It's a header. But like, it's like we all do I used to do post up on my toes, push in on the arms, and then drop my head in under the chin to move their head.
See, that's a push. Like if you're moving connection and then shooting in there.
Like hudding somebody's head and then fucking bomb like you're back out the front of McDonald's on Princess Street or something. You can't do that. Again, that's
right. Here's the
bite's bad, man.
What about fish hooking? What is the worst foul?
Right, well, I've had two because I get the old.
Everyone likes the fish hook a bit.
I get the old fucking.
You got hooked,
oil,
mate.
I get oil checked. That Shogun.
Oh, Shogun, all people.
Have you seen this picture? It's fucking brilliant.
Mate,
2 digits right up my butt.
Did he actually?
Aye, inserted. And you want to know why it's a funny thing? I didn't even flinch. No. It wasn't like it was just like a yeah.
No, you like it raw, Shogun, do you?
I've been headed, I've been eye poked.
Low blowed.
Have I been low blowed? I don't think I have.
In the gym.
Definitely. But in a fight, it's been
I got eye poked
fingers
once
in the
gym.
ass.
Aye, by shooting in, and it was with a guy, and he just stuck his fingers out, and I just went fucking right onto them, and just be like, oh my god, I'm fucked, because you just kind of get a fright more than anything.
There was one day me and Chris we were doing some ground and pound work, and he's holding pads. Remember, he used to do that. He would lie in the bottom. And I went to elbow the pad, and it slipped right through and went boom right to his forehead. And he was like, "Get fucking off me! Get off me!" And he was like, after he'd settled down, he was like, "It was an electric shock." Then he cut him or anything. It was just a full force elbow right to the forehead, boom. And he said, "Paul, it was like an electric shock through my whole body."
It's a weird.
These things happen in the gym.
Aye, you do.
Obviously, I didn't go in with the intent to drop an elbow into my mate's face.
Aye. You didn't end. That's one thing. I think all the times we've trained together, I think I've had one cut. And that wasn't even that long ago, that one, eh?
It was the one I slid up the knee.
It was changing to S-mount. Do you remember? Changed to S-mount, and it just like, as I turned to push your knee, fucking missed it. The knee came up, hit me in the eye, and I was like, fuck, I've actually cut my eye there. That never happens.
It's a cool picture. Craig, were you happy this was at a reasonable time?
I didn't even watch it.
What?
Me and Chloe were out for dinner.
Do you think we have got into such a routine of the UFC being at a bizarre time for us that when it's on at a normal time, it feels odd?
Was it last week? It was in. No, it was in Australia. It was Baku.
Baku was just.
Baku was this one.
What was the one before that? Was it Australia?
The week before.
No, it was at Apex.
And it was early. It was an early.
No, but there was a card
Australia
earlier.
a couple of weeks ago. With Vacates
and none of us watched it because it was on in the morning.
Aye.
And everybody was like, "Oh, yeah, the UFC's on."
Aye, and I was the same as this, but I did watch all the fights, all the main event as it was coming through.
Emotional win for big Fiziev. Do you see him like try to run out the cage and him getting dragged back? He's obviously upset.
Handled.
Called it a dark. What was it? He said a dark line on my career because he's obviously was it 4 fights in a row.
Was it? Was that 4 losses?
No, because he had beat Bahamondes, but he had lost it was 3 of his last 4 or something like that. So he wasn't on a good run of form.
And that's what he said. He was like, it was a dark line in my career, and obviously it was coming through an interpreter, so it's hard to, but meant a lot to him to win. Pretty fucking stunning win. Even Torres had the hand up covering, still pits him away. A lot of power generated in these spinning kicks.
Better shame for Torres.
He looked good. Mate, his fucking paws are massive, that cunt. I couldn't believe the size of the hands on him. He looked good up until the end. You get a fucking spinning heel in the pus and the fight's over, and it's just how it goes.
It was a good fight. Good main event.
Shara Magomedov winning no fans. Guy's a bastard, that guy, man. This, right, so I watched this with my son, and I said, "Lewis, what do you make of that?" And he went, kind of hard. So obviously I knew that as the fight went on, he had done this again and committed several fouls, right? And Lewis, my son, who's kind of newer to MMA, went, probably kind of hard not to grab that. Like it's going to, your hand's slipping, it's near the end of the round, you're in this.
I would say,
what, Guy the one?
I would say, I would see if you're going for the back of the neck, it's hard to catch that, but he was actually physically grabbing
his hand is actually up on top of
it's actually on the actual hair as opposed to being on the back of the head.
That is actually flat on the head.
If you notice, he pulls his chin down and stretches out the back of his neck.
Right, the big one is, should he have taken a point?
Yes.
The next big one is, what's happened with 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗦𝗧? Dean's had the last few weeks he's had a couple of absolute stinkers.
I think he needs to fucking avoid Pereira.
That is the most obvious, but this foul for me is the worst out of them all.
The eye poke.
Because he stands up and then just
should he then have a point deducted for that?
Mate, I honestly think at the stage where we've seen this, I think we could be looking at saying, listen, Shara, get the fuck out, man.
It's a waste of, not that it's a waste of time having him. He's no the big scary guy we once thought he was, because now the level in competition that he's facing is at the same level as him, whereas previously he was blasting through people because he was the bigger welterweight who was, that's terrible. He was the bigger welterweight and he was using his power to get people out there quick. Now he's up against big guys like Pereira.
Who is a big, yes. But this, right, I think we could all, if the slate was completely clean, which I believe in it being, you can't go, right, well, he's cheated in previous fights, but that's fucking bad, right? The hair pull is kind of shite, but...
Oh no, I'd say the hair pull's the worst, man.
But worse than this eye poke.
Aye.
He's just, for me, he just stands up here and just pokes him in the eye.
Yep,
that looks like I've got no... He could have easily just punched him there, and he doesn't. He goes, fuck you, have that in the eyes. I think at that point...
that's like a very... I didn't even think about that. Like, Pereira is not even as if he's coming in or that, and there's
he stands up and just jabs him in the eyes with his fingers, mate. It's like fucking Captain Insano shows no mercy, eh? Like Bobby Boucher. Like, he just stands up and pokes him in the eye, mate. At that point, Herb Dean can step in and go, Shara, mate, you're a bell end, you're out of here.
Can we give Big Michelle the props for that first round?
Tremendous.
He looked so good.
He looked brilliant. And then he just stopped trying.
He just gave up.
He's like, fuck it.
He must have had a bet on this fight.
I think Pereira's a one-round fighter.
He is. Well, he doesn't have the...
He's calmed down with the nonsense as well. And that's a shame.
No nonsense film.
I like the nonsense. But this Shara Bullet guy, man, come on.
I think he's also just such like a liability in terms of, like, even from like a business standpoint. He done an interview after this fight, and someone was asking about fucking Sean Strickland. And he's like, oh, Sean Strickland's a domestic champion. He'll never come here and fight me. And I think that's fucking ridiculous to say that when you're the one who cannot leave these areas because you can't fight in America. You're trying to obviously goad Sean Strickland into being like, no, even though you're fucking...
Sean Strickland would go through him like a dozen assaults.
Yeah, poke him in the eye and pull his fucking hair if you want.
Sean Strickland will do him.
Like, he can't... I just don't think... I just don't know what you do with him, with someone that you're so confined you can only have on like 2-3 events a year.
Do you know the problem with these Dagestani guys, and we've had this going on for a while now?
Bold statement. There's a bold statement coming right in here. The problem with these Dagestani guys.
We've turned a blind eye to their shite behaviour for ages, mate.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about that he can't get fucking sanctioned to fight anywhere else.
Because he's got one eye.
And it's...
That's why.
Like, you can't, mate, why would you want a champion that you can only put on like a maximum of 2 times
guys,
a year?
Mate, everywhere they go, they're problems. They're problems all the fucking time. All the time.
I get what you're saying, but like, I don't see that as an issue, because how many UFC fighters are fucking bams? Sean Strickland getting kicked out of the White House event, like, that's not as big an issue to me as like... But
he's no attacking cunts in the street. He's no turning up and attacking other fighters with groups of his friends.
He is, because like Sean Strickland, he was fucking...
That was a one-on-one with DDP. DDP asked him for a square go, and that's fair. Right. But he's no turning up to attack Artem Lobov like fucking Khabib did with loads of his pals. He's no, like, these guys, mate, because I think I can't believe I'm saying this, but we are coming to a stage now where we're going to have to clamp down on the fighters' behaviour. And I've said before,
I disagree, mate.
Don't be surprised that the fighters are bams, right? Don't be surprised, because they're guys who fight in a cage, but we're getting to a stage now where these guys, it's starting to bleed for their personal life into the actual events. And people like Shara Bullet, if they didn't get pulled up for it now, they're just going to keep doing it.
I want to see fighters be themselves.
I do.
So
too.
I want to see this.
So what we're saying
this is part of the sport. This is part of him.
I agree.
We punish him. We punish him, but we don't.
But what is the punishment for this then? Because
I think
Herb Dean's not going to stop the fight. Herb Dean's not even going to take a point off you.
I think it's financially, and I think also we go back to the actual scorecard and we change it.
So do we overturn this decision?
We can overturn this decision and be like, listen, this guy's been actively cheating to gain an advantage in his fights.
Because we do it with PEDs, right? If you get caught if it turns out that you had took PEDs in that fight, the decision gets overturned.
Flip side, do you think the GAN should be in the same boat? Because I don't.
With the back of the head strikes, yes. I still don't believe he's hit the back of the head. And I shared the
Herb Dean's breakdown and the actual slow-mo of it.
And Big John McCarthy's breakdown. Did you see his one? He talked about the headphones. It's never been that. It's always been the strap on the back of the head, and these areas are considered legal. I think Gant... I just think these guys are turning into pure shitty guys, man, and they're being really shitty guys outside the octagon, which we've always, and I've also been okay with it, but now their behaviour is starting to come into the octagon with them, where they're just like, I'll just do what I fucking want. What you got to do about it? We need to see the referees clamping down on them, because the bottom line is, you can be as much a bam as you want. Go into the cage and the referee is in charge. Herb Dean's in charge. Mark Goddard's in charge. If
Mark Goddard had been,
I think Mark Goddard would have nailed him for that straight away.
He'd have nailed him for this, and he would have nailed him for the eye poke straight away.
And now, does that mean
the
problem isn't the fighter? Maybe is the problem Herb Dean?
I think that is like a talking point recently. Just way like how
I don't want to shit on Herb Dean, because I think he's brilliant, mate, but he's had a couple of howlers.
He has made a few mistakes. And it's cost guys fights.
This is the one. You just cost Pereira his money there, mate, because it's still show and win. We're still at show and win. If I'm Pereira, I'm fucking raging with Herb Dean. What's going on? Now, do you conversely turn around and go, well, Pereira, you should have got fucking Shara out of there in the first round?
He should have. It was a good fight. I did enjoy it. I thought Pereira was good in that first round, and then
I'm just
he
sad.
needs to get back to basics with regards to fitness.
I'm just sad that we're talking about this. We're talking about pish. We're talking about shitty behaviour for Shara Bullet again. And I loved Shara Bullet, mate. I went as the guy for Halloween. But, mate, you've been getting away with this fucking garbage for that long now that it's part of your repertoire now. And then other guys are just going to go, well, he's allowed to do it.
So I'll
just do it then.
Flaunt the rules.
Like, oh, Herb Dean's a referee. You can't do what you want then. Do you know what I mean? Well,
I thought it was a good fight.
Yes.
Obviously, the fouls were not cool, but Hams, how did this fight go?
KO from Big Camilo.
Have you got a wee video yet?
I've not got a video, but I am sure Sadikov, he was just kind of stepping in.
Walked in like he was going to try and take him down. So he stepped forward, step back, step forward, step back, step forward, boom. The old Suliov stretch, though.
Yes,
did you see it?
I did.
It was good. My son was laughing at
I watched that whole main card, and I just...
My son said with a haircut like that, he deserves to get fucking submitted like that. Shara Bullet eye pokes his way. No, this isn't the first one. Fucking the Serbian boy done it.
We've definitely seen one of these before.
This is the third one.
Aye.
Aljamain Sterling done it, and then Zabit done it as well. And it was on the same night. So this is the third one. Is that the most embarrassing submission to get caught in?
You can't come
No,
back.
I don't think so. I think, it's just the way it is. It's because he falls off his back. It's from the back transition, and then he catches the leg and then basically pulls it. So for me, it's like the same as if you caught in like a banana split. Like, you remember we've done the vaporizer, banana split, twister. It's exactly the same as that. If you get caught in this, I think it's just a cool submission.
What's funny is I seen when Johnson stood up. It was funny, my son, because he thinks he knows a little bit now. He's like, oh, he's going to fall off the back here. And I went, no, he's no. Because he had hooked his feet in. Like he had got one all the way down to the back of the knee and hooked just inside the groin. And I was like, he's going to try and set something up for this. I actually thought he was going to try and do that slip off triangle that you see sometimes. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh fuck, this is going to be bad.
I'd like to see this kind of, these different submissions.
So painful.
And I definitely tapped for that.
Aye.
Do you think there's like any submissions that you just won't see in MMA anymore?
Don't see or won't see?
Won't see. Like, because we're too far. Like Frank Mir getting toe holds.
Oh, I don't know. You can still see a toe hold, man.
I still think all these submissions there's a place for them, and it all depends on who the fighter is.
The Boston Crab. Don't know if you'll see that.
I'm trying to think who.
Mate, anytime a joint goes the direction it shouldn't, or any time like that, mate, it feels like your fucking guts are going to burst out your arse. It's horrid. Have you ever been caught in this yet? No.
Have you been caught in the banana split?
No.
Got 5 minutes after the podcast, though.
I'll show you.
But it's fucking bad. Like, a lot of people don't realise, but it is. Aye.
I love it. Great submission. Great finish.
And there is when you do that to somebody, it is like or if you get caught in it, there is that, he's done me there.
𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗛𝗏, he gets the win as well. His only losses in MMA now are to 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 and Robert Whittaker, so he's doing pretty no bad. And
I didn't see this fight.
It fucking cold, mate. It was a proper 𝗟𝗚𝗟𝗏𝗗𝗥 was proper face fucking doing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But then he lands that hook. All this kind of misses. He dives on here, and he's kind of fucked it up with the feet, and 𝗟𝗟𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏's doing the right thing, and then a bus gets his leg all the way over the shoulder. Watch this. He's tapping like fuck. Comes and he's out.
That's a quick.
Fast, eh? But obviously because his head is his chin's down and tucked to one side, and then the leg comes over the shoulder. So obviously
guys' bodies have definitely changed within the sport.
Aye, that though is fucking lethal.
Good submission.
Those long limbed guys, that tall lanky guy, that's the submission guy. Generating a lot of power as well.
Any other good fights, Craig?
So 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, one punch gets it done.
One punch.
Lands one dig, calls it a night.
8 seconds.
Let's see.
Say his name again for me, Craig. Just pronunciation is beautiful.
Why don't you give it a try?
Yakman. Yeah. Let me wait.
Big Yak the Turk.
𝗟𝗚𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
what a pullback that was.
Fucking hell. Ref could have stopped that at the punch, to be fair.
I mean, it looks...
What a t-shirt tan, I know.
Beautiful.
See there, the ref could stop that there.
Looking at that again, like, the ref is pretty slow there. Like, that could be...
Watch his feet. It's no the fall down. Look at his legs. They're straight. See, when people go down rigid like that, we're done.
But that was impressive on the prelims, and Daniil Donchenko as well. He also looked pretty good. He got a performance tonight. Kind of smashed him for the first round and then got him out there in the second. And then obviously some biting to kick off the prelim. That was good.
Unfortunate that the main talking points of this card aren't these tremendous finishes and are instead Shara Bullet and Herb Dean. You shouldn't. The referee does a good job when you didn't even notice him. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunate for Herb. I don't know what we do here.
Right, I'll just leave it and see.
Speaking of fighters behaving badly, we're a bit late to the party in this, but have yous?
El Dusty boy. Did he drop the M-bomb in the video?
He does.
I saw he got the pass. John Jones went, it's cool, man.
So I've been using this with a wife.
With the N-bomb?
No. The Dustin getting arrested. I was like, see if I'm doing something stupid and I'm like cycling for 3 years, not kind of stuff. And she's like, meh. She's moaning at me for like buying wheels and shit like that. But like, could be worse. Could be getting us kicked off a plane, dropping the M-bomb, trying to fight security guards. So that's like I'm doing all right.
Could be Ross.
Could be worse, darling. I'm doing all right. I've felt my days with better things to do than fight with the police.
I think the security guard's life was like fucking flashing before his eyes.
No, man, the security guard should have just fucking handled his business. Had the taser.
And see if you're a Dustin fan, you're not going to want to.
You'd just be like, do you know what? Minding the hangover to the face. Do you know what, mate? Fuck you both.
It sounded like the guy who was wearing the body cam.
Shit himself.
Was a fan. No, was a fan.
Was a fan and didn't want
to see Dustin like that, and he was kind of trying to de-escalate it, but Dustin was like, I'm escalating this. So that's what I took for it.
Do you know what made me? I was like, Dustin's statement, like, since retiring from fighting, mate, you were probably always Raj. What? Don't do this, mate. Don't do this. Like, I've got a problem.
Just an outlet.
Just be like, look, see if he came out and just went, hey, listen, I just had too much to drink. You know how it is. Absolutely.
You say it all the time. The combination of substances,
head trauma, whatever else he's doing. I'm not saying he's taking drugs or that, but he's out partying, and
it has a negative effect.
He's not going to take that. These are people who are not going to take, and it probably was his fault. Probably all of it was his fault. Like when I look at every time I've ever got in trouble, probably was my fault. But I know that.
Well, no, because last week that guy on the psychopath, that wasn't my fault. That was his fault.
Yes.
But that easily could have escalated into this. Imagine
was they far away from
imagine he had like specs and he just got me going Raj chasing him. Because
you just said Raj. That's quality.
Like you could have just clipped it to the point where I'm chasing a guy doing the psychopath.
It made it look like your fault.
Aye.
Aye.
And you're dropping in bombs.
It wasn't an end. It was a hard one.
Again, Dustin doesn't fight in the UFC anymore. So you can't be like, look, you should be a role model and stuff like that. Stop thinking the guys are role models. Stop. I've said this before.
Flip side, guy had a charity to help people.
Do you know why people do that, mate? Guilt. They feel guilty about all the horrible shit they've done and they went, how can I make up for all the fucking...
So he's still in that world of being a role model.
But so
not even just being a role model, just like...
He's a legend in the sport.
Just adhering to the fucking rules, like... To an extent, like, you're not getting kicked off a plane for nothing.
Oh, you know,
what do you think?
I'm just saying, like, if I would say if you got kicked off a plane, I would be like, well, that's unusual. What's going on here? Do you think if I went, I've just been kicked off a plane, what would your first thoughts be?
What did you do?
Must have done something. Do you see how it's different for different people? I've said this before, like, if your missus phoned you went, I've just been kicked off the plane, would you go, I wonder what she did? You would know. You would go, I wonder what's going on here.
But then when you start
with a Burger King hat on, isn't she?
I might be. But what I'm saying is, it's different for everyone. We can't... Dustin Poirier is a guy who's tried to rebuild himself and rebuild his brand as a role model. Good man, I do this, I've got a charity, I'm helping, I'm trying to make things better. Probably when he started doing it...
But deep down, he's always been this guy.
Yes, he is. That's probably always been Dustin Poirier. And his reason for fighting is to stop that side of him coming out. Like, mate, he's admitted he's struggling in his retirement with alcohol. That's everyone. Why are you doing all this? Why did you mate, do you not think, right?
We're all the same.
You love a drink, or did love a drink, but you gave it up. Could you not have went, I could just drink less? No, because they're so extreme. It's one or the other.
You're right.
It's one or it's the other. Oh, you've took up cycling, mate. That's cool. Do you like going out with your friends or something? No, I'm doing ultras. What?
We're on.
It's a little bit is not enough. It's all or nothing. It's either I'm drinking or I can't drink at all. You can't go out and have 2 beers of whiskey and head up the road. It's 10 beers, a bottle of whiskey, and I'm out for 3 days. Or I'm not going out.
You're absolutely right.
There is no middle ground. It's non-existent. And that's all that's happened with Dustin. That's all.
Yep.
He is who he is.
You give him a pass?
Yes. I let him off for this one. But did he be jumping in the cage, pulling cunts' hair, eye poking them, and then thanking Allah.
The big man upstairs.
Talking to big men as well.
Some belly on him.
Right, I'll tell you.
Mate, it's hanging over the shop.
Right, I sent this to the wife and she went, is that Harvey Price? He's got a bit of the Harvey Price about him, hasn't he? What I do.
See, when I first seen this, I genuinely did not think it was real.
Was AI?
I thought it was AI, and I thought he was doing some sort of sketch. And
I thought he was pushing it out there.
I'm still not even 100% convinced, but if this is real, then that's not how you.
Who is it that's taking the video? Because I come up the stairs talking to him.
I think it must be his pal.
It's at the PI.
Because
you can tell straight away.
Because he spots the camera and he starts laughing, rubbing his belly and stuff like that. So
I guess he knows. He's always kind of been a guy who's not known for being ripped. We've never seen him being ripped.
And the Contender, he was in good shape, mate.
Good shape, but he wasn't looking like
No. Yes, aye, that's fair.
So it's not that we spoke about this, about the body shaming. We're really bad in the world of MMA.
Dad Bod Ross, mind that one? Because I didn't have abs. Hey, Dad Bod Ross, what?
And we always were like, even now, to an extent, I care about how my appearance is, like how physically my body looks, because
you should.
As soon as I start putting on weight, well, obviously not as bad, but as soon as I start putting on weight, people are going to be like, oh, And even people around about me, like friends, family, they're going to be like, oh, Paul's a shame, man, he must be in a bad way.
Aye, you think something's going on in your life.
But well, maybe it is.
Jamahal, I don't know. Jamal's a fucking hood guy. If you open Twitter in the morning and you seen Jamahal Hill had shot someone dead, would you be like, fuck, never saw that coming?
Aye.
You did so, mate. Jamahal was out shooting dice in the alley at 4 a.m. and somebody got shot. Would you be like, no, you probably was.
If you put Jamahal in the Dustin nonsense, you'd be like, aye. You would.
I'm just saying, Jamahal is who he is, and there's some belly on him. Oh, mate, seriously, that's really bad, man.
I don't blame him.
Has he just had a mad blow?
We've all got eating disorders. That's like, I don't care if everybody who makes weight has an eating disorder in the world of mixed martial arts. I do not care what MD else says. That's all he's got is an eating disorder.
But like, see, my issue with this is maybe not issue, like how they word this, like, see if this was just him out of camp, like Paddy, like, fair enough.
But he's moved up to heavyweight.
Because he said he's moved up to heavyweight and this is like the shape that he's in, to me, and I could be totally wrong, it seems like a, not laziness, but like a lack of discipline. I think where maybe he's thought, right, I'm too far gone here, fuck it, I'm going up.
Yep.
That's
both. But then I've got to give him props, because he could easily be slipping into that role of somebody like a Derek Lewis or a Mark Hunt.
He's a big hitter.
He's a good striker. So it's not as if you're like, oh, he needs to be in this good shape. He doesn't need to be in this shape. Right. When we see him fight, we're not looking at him thinking, he's an athlete. We never look at him and think, he just put a beating on that guy, did he? Didn't he? Because of his athletic abilities. The reason he beats people is through his actual striking.
He's very technically efficient. So
him having that extra weight, I don't think it's going to be a massive difference.
I still think he's fit enough to do the rounds too.
Right. Who is it he's got? Is he not booked?
I think he'll do all right at heavyweight.
I think he'll do all right as well. Do I think he'll be able to hang with the top 10 guys? You know what? I do.
Top 10, yes.
I think he will. When he gets to people like
Tom Cyril,
yep.
Maybe 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗚𝗏 could be a tricky one. But then again, Sergey, mate, you might see Jamahal just step back and ping him.
I think he's going to be fine. I know he's obviously out of shape.
And we're having a laugh. Because I didn't think Jamal's a bad guy, man.
No, he certainly isn't. We always have a laugh, but he is carrying a bit of time. And as I said, it comes down to an eating disorder. And
he's in the PI though. Like, if he wanted to change that, they could do that.
The nutritionist must be like, "Are you following this diet plan?" Aye. To the letter, Jamahal. Yes. You sure? Yes.
The thing is, for people watching as well, we're fortunate enough to have been the PI. Your stuff is there. You walk down the stairs and it's got a bag with your name on it. That's your food.
He must be going, oh, there's somebody else's food. Jamahal Hill and 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗏𝗏. He's like, thank you. He's away with both of them.
He's like, I am 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗏𝗏.
Just scoot him up everything. But
the food of the PI is great. It's great.
I don't want to constantly insult people because I know it's like taking off your t-shirt in the world of combat sports.
Yeah.
But maybe it's time to start putting rash guards on folks.
Mate, he always puts money on you. I follow his social media. It's like every time Paul Craig fights, I bet on him to win by submission.
Good.
He's a good guy, man.
Last kind of bit of combat sports news. Alexander Usyk has vacated all of his belts ahead of one last dance. And he's been eyeing up either Deontay Wilder and John Jones as potential opponents.
In boxing?
I'm going to assume so,
or some sort of hybrid.
Why
Deontay? The fact that he's dropped all his belts.
Why Deontay?
I guess. I think people say money, and also like he's like the last kind of heavyweight of that generation that Usyk hasn't fought yet.
You heard Deontay Wilder speak. I watched him in an interview a few weeks ago. He's getting
a bit slurred.
And talks like his tongue's too big for his mouth.
Do you think John Jones is going to get out of his contract?
Can't see it.
I can't see it either.
No. The UFC aren't stupid. The UFC aren't going to allow you, if you're going to have a fight, if a fighter under contract is going to have a fight they're going to fight it out as a UFC fighter.
Yes.
The UFC aren't going to be like, John Jones or Gotov fighting, we're going to let you go off and fight somebody else in another organisation where they're going to make them money. I don't think so.
Aye.
Get us over here. But having Usyk fighting MMA or fighting some sort of cage boxing, would you, and for the UFC, would you be upset to see?
Cage boxing with knees.
Say, for instance, they just say, listen, we're going to put on an MMA show. We're going to put on an MMA show. John Jones is coming back out of retirement to fight Usyk in the cage. Right? And it's an MMA fight. It's been sanctioned as an MMA fight. And John Jones comes out because he got the big fucking nuts and goes, Usyk, I'll not even take you down. I'll not even throw a kick. I'll stand and box with you. That's how good I am. You tell me you wouldn't be interested in watching that?
I'd have zero interest. I'd like an Usyk MMA fight. Whether John Jones says all that or not.
A boxing match with 4-ounce gloves on.
So we've got two of the greatest.
So shite getting punched with a 4-ounce glove.
Two of the greatest combat athletes. John Jones for MMA.
Usyk might be the greatest of all time.
For boxing.
Might be the greatest boxer of all time.
I wouldn't care to see it in MMA. Any boxer going
Probably
in
is the
MMA is getting
greatest.
fucking smashed.
But I'm giving you, what I'm saying to you is we can see this fight. We can't see it as a boxing match, but you can see it's an MMA with John Jones putting in saying, I'll not even take you down. That's
Enjoy the circus, Big Craig.
You're like, nah, it's MMA or it's
And number
boxing.
1 must fight number 2. Nobody's changing weight classes.
You hate somebody breaking the rules. But I like John Jones comes out and says, listen, I'll fight you. Octagon, UFC. I'll fight you and I'll not even take you down and I'll just bust you standing up. I'd be cool with that.
Aye.
Maybe John Jones drops a couple of stray elbows and fucking geese it to him stinking. I can't see it happening.
I can't see it happening.
Deontay, old brain damage Deontay, and he
So
fucking
what's
dies
going to
in there.
happen with the titles then? You know who I'd love to see fighting for them? Dave Allen.
Dave Allen.
Dave Allen is the best guy about.
Hilarious, eh?
He's brilliant.
Very good, man. Good pundit.
Aye,
He's good.
he's super smart, super technical. He's breaking down fights. I like him. Get him fighting.
He's very popular
Get him fighting
now.
5 guys in one night to pick up all the belts.
They'll all get like split up, won't they?
And then we'll go back to where they go. Like the
You have to pay a fee to have it. Sanctioning fee.
Who is it that vacated it? Someone recently vacated and
because
they're like,
did they
I'm not
want to
paying
pay?
it. Aye.
That's going to annoy me. Who knows? Aye, boxing. Weird old industry.
Talking about weird old industry, did you see your man Tyson Fury has got a fight?
All right.
Have you seen this, Greg?
Is he fighting now?
Is the guy know like the can of all cans?
Oh, he's a
King of the
cannibal.
cobbles.
Did you see this? It's ridiculous. He said he needs another tune-up fight. It was actually Ariel I had seen talking about it.
Because I'm sure like in his tweet he talks about the guy's
There we go.
record.
It's been
Marius Watch.
Can you pull up his record?
I'm sure he tweeted about it, but I could be wrong.
Marius Watch. That's right. He said the last time he fought 3.
Aye, so his
3 guys.
last 2 fights were 1 versus 3 MMA fights against influencers. That's the guy Tyson Fury's boxing.
Come here, you. Did you see him chasing that guy about This is ridiculous. This is what boxing's turned out. The greatest sport, the greatest combat sport is turned into...
Oldest.
Mate, there was a time this was the pinnacle
I
of...
thought he's fighting Anthony Joshua and...
He says he wants another tune-up fight before this happens. And I guess we need to wait and see for boxing, kind of sorting this out.
And it's going to be in
Which
the
was
United
also
States
weird. Did he
as
talk
well.
about him walking out at the White House and no saying anything?
Aye.
Which was just weird. There was no reason for him to be there.
Nah.
They obviously had some sort of...
Do you think these guys get so famous they end up, the world becomes just this wee bowl that they're in, and they become so out of touch with what the fan audience is feeling towards them that they just Like they're only listening to the people around him. So, Tyson, that's a great idea. And he thinks it's a great idea. So he jumps on social media and he says, look what I'm doing. And everybody goes, the fuck are you doing?
I'm watching some of these guys jumping. Like, it's ridiculous. And this is the guy who's fighting for Tyson Fury. Back kick right to the
look
gut.
at that donkey kick.
Oh.
Finish him off. Finish off Schmiegel.
Ridiculous.
Aye, that's combat sports.
Hey, what a fucking game we're in.
I'm glad that MMA's obviously on the rise.
Yeah.
Boxing's in decline. We're losing the guy like Usyk giving up his titles. We're losing Tyson Fury to the silly fights. What a world we're in. But on that note, we bouncing over to the old Patreon. I don't know what we getting.
Did you see what I saw you reply to it on TikTok? Can we talk about this in the Patreon? Ross's Edinburgh conspiracy theory.
I don't remember replying yet.
The headless guy in the Cowgate. No,
it wasn't me.
Oh well.
Right, on that note, we're going to bounce over to the Patreon. If you'd like to join us, it's $4.99 a month, and if you don't want to join us, go fuck yourself. Keep it high.
Bye.